Today is December the 7th, 2020. This is the Service Hero Show, 365 Days of Awesome. Celebrate success through service. My name is Tamara Hunter, and I am your host. This is the show that shares inspiring stories of those that are inspiring others. So let's do this. Today it is my honor, and I have actually nominated this service hero because of the service that he recently gave our organization during the 36 hours of fun that we just had, the Tour of Love. And Victor Orlando is someone that it's interesting how life works. And it was truly in the middle of the night, something came to me. Okay, look at your phone. I look at the phone and there's this person in the feed and it's like, okay, contact him. I'm thinking, okay, yeah, right. So I'm contacting him and I'm thinking, odds, what are the odds that he'll contact me back? And lo and behold, he did. And we started communicating. He got involved in our program. And then, and of course I knew who he was. Then I'm told, oh, yeah, you met him not long ago. I'm like, oh, what a small world. What a small world. Victor Orlando is probably one of the more entertaining. I love watching him entertain. And I have for years because people, when you start seeing him perform, he has a certain style. He has a certain groove. He's all in there. I don't know how he doesn't give himself a whiplash when he's moving that hair around and doing his thing with the congas and everything. And we're going to be talking about it. And he also is a man with heart. He's a man that's been in the entertainment industry for decades. And you know what? He's a good guy. He's a good guy. And I am honored to say he is also a service hero. And we're going to make that case this hour. Welcome. So excited. So excited. In fact, Mikey Adam Cohen, I had been talking with your father, Jack, and he goes, Tamara, because I was talking about Victor, and he goes, you met him. It was at the party you invited me to. Thank you, my dear. One of the people I cherish most in this world. I can see why. Absolutely. Hello, Helene, our first ambassador of the chat. And we have Carol Brown Betterson. She is the assistant producer of this show, and then also wore many hats within the 36 hours that we just produced of the Tour of Love. I want to make sure we've got everybody going here. Yes, you're rocking today. I love it. Yes, he is a legend. And you know what? I have a feeling that he's a little humble too. I'm seeing it in his face. You humble, my I want to say my dear friend Victor, because I feel like you are. You've just dived in and gotten involved and showed your heart, your caring, and your skill. And you were there with us having fun on Thanksgiving morning. Thank you.
No problem. Had a ball.
You know what? I have a video, and I want to start with this video because this video is going to kind of explain a lot. And it's a bit of a documentary, yet not quite. It's like a show reel of a little bit of who you are and where you've come from and what are you all about. And so I'm going to show that, and then we're going to start really diving in and talking a lot about so much. So here we go.
Grammy and NAACP nominated artist, music and movie producer, actor, comedian, the percussionist to the stars, Victor Orlando. The journey began in Dallas, Texas, over 4 decades ago. Victor started playing on the bottom of his school desk like bongos in middle school. That did not sit well with the nuns at St. Peter's Academy, but by then Victor was already turning the beat around. In high school, Victor played drums in the marching and concert bands. There were too many drummers in the jazz band, and he was told if he wanted to play, the only thing left were a pair of congas. Once Victor got behind those conga drums, something magical happened, and the rest is history. Victor would later drop out of school to tour with Johnny Taylor, The Moments, and others. Knowing he needed to finish school, he returned and graduated. Everyone was very happy he did, but Victor knew from touring that his college was going to be the stage. After performing in a few local bands, he soon began shaping what was to be Victor Orlando, percussionist extraordinaire. He was performing with his high school classmates, then an unknown duo by the name of Yardbrough and Peoples. Later, Victor moved to Los Angeles and started on the local scene. He went on to tour Canada and the States with local acts. Upon returning to LA, word got out that there was a new percussionist in town. A friend asked Victor to play in the band he was in. The band leader was the legendary Buddy Miles. Word was spreading. The same friend invited him to record with Billie Preston. Victor then joined a group on the Motown label known as Ozone. They were the band that recorded and toured with Billie Preston, Smokey Robinson, Tina Marie, and others on the Motown label. But it wasn't until Victor got that phone call from his old Dallas classmate that would launch a bigger journey to becoming the percussionist to the stars. He was asked to go on a world tour with Yardbrough and Peoples, the opening act for the Gap Band. After a week on tour, Charlie Wilson asked Victor to play and eventually record with them. Victor was now playing with 3 acts on the same show. Word of Victor's stage performance and stylish attire was quickly spreading. Several other artists called upon Victor to bring his magic to their shows. Victor Orlando credits and thanks God for the talent he blessed him with. He also thanks his family for hanging in there with him and his friends for the love and support on this journey. His mission to give back that magic to inspire and heal others with his drums.
Wow. What are you thinking right now?
No matter what's happened, God bless me to do all of that. No matter what's happened in my life, I got blessed to do all of that.
An incredible, and I mean, and again, you keep going forward, and we're going to be sharing the fact that you are going forward and continually finding new opportunities to shine like you do. Because, oh my goodness, I can tell you this, you came into our community for, and the buddies, and for anybody that doesn't know, we have a nonprofit that we put on a big event, 36 hours of streaming live media out to the world, and we needed an opening act. And we kept going around, and then it was decided we were going to create our own little anthem and song. So then at the last minute, we're putting it all together, and you came and you showed up and you brought your magic, and everybody was you could see it. You could see you're playing, and guys, we're going to be showing it in a moment. You're playing and having fun, and that magical smile and that energy just flows out of you. You are absolutely continually working on that magic and what it is that you've done. Oh my goodness, you've traveled the world, haven't you?
Yes, and thank God for that. I mean, you sit at home and become this person that you are, but you never know where it's going to lead you. And I look up, I'm in Germany, I'm in Russia, I'm in Sweden, I'm in Finland, I'm in Denmark. That's a long way from Oak Cliff, Texas.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Or Southern California or wherever it may be. And
Exactly.
I want to put this up here. Let's see, where is it? I saw here that, there it is. Beautiful Soul, Victor Orlando. And that is what everybody in the organization, and you are one that gives back. When I reached out to you, I didn't know if you would reach back to me or not. And I don't usually do this. However, it was, I felt, and I believe I shared, I felt very inspired to reach out to you. And you were so gracious and so wonderful. And then I'm thinking, wow, I'll ask. Maybe you showed up. What are we talking about? I'm going to show this because I really believe people need to understand that when someone has a heart and they show up loving, caring, and sharing, when they show up loving, caring, and sharing, then many people are blessed from that effort. And you showed up loving, caring, and sharing for a community that many people are affected by cancer. And to also help to bring awareness of the fact that we now have a community for those people that are affected by cancer that open their arms and are here for them. And what an experience that some now, I mean, you talk about, like, they now feel as though when you, with the tears in your eyes because of the experiences you've had, you gave that same tearful experience on Thanksgiving morning to many of my buddies.
Appreciate it.
That's what it's about, isn't it?
Yeah, I appreciate that. And that's what it's about. That is what it's about.
So we're going to share this right now, guys. And then we're going to get into some projects that he's doing, because this man has a heart, and he's taking that heart out there, and he's taking right now 2020 and making a difference. And Kim O'Neill saying, this song has played in my head so many times over the last week. Great song. And Barbara is saying, yes, me too. And so let's see, we got Cinnamon saying, it's a catchy tune. So, thank you for, and I love when I look at you, when you do that with the drumsticks, like, flipping it around and everything. I'm like, okay, I've tried doing that, and I've flipped so many pencils around the room in the last few days. So let's get into it. You've been on stage, you've been and comedy actor, and yeah, you look like a few other people too that are out there. You could, you can play lookalikes and such. So what is it that you really love? I mean, music, acting, all of the above, film, what is it that Victor Orlando loves?
Just to count off 1, 2, 3, 4, bam. You have nobody else to depend on after that. You hit that one, but you. I mean, if you're doing a movie, you got to depend on the extras and the camera operator and the director. You're doing anything else, you have to depend on somebody else per se. But I can just start playing and that's it. I have nothing else and nobody else to depend on but me.
I love it. And you, all eyes are front and center on you because when did you get into it where you knew, or were you always this way when you were on that school desk playing the drums? Did you always have the personality going with it too? It was an all-in thing?
I guess so. I mean, from the if I can remember, it was funny, it was comical, but I was into what I was doing. So it felt good. It sounded good. They laughed and I got in trouble, but because you can hear a school desk down the hallway. It's not something silent. But that's the bug, that desk per se. And then the love of music. And then it took me ages to know that was a gift from above to give other people. Didn't know that.
Really? Let's talk about that. When did that awakening take place?
I can't remember. 10 years, 15 years, maybe. People kept telling me that. And I just nothing that they were saying. You're an artist, you're a legend, you're an icon, you're a percussionist, you're a Grammy native this. I'm like, I just play drums, I just play congas. No, there's more to it. I'm like, okay. And then I started embracing and understanding what they were saying and then seeing the reaction from people. Oh, that's why people were coming up saying, you blessed my day, you saved my day. I was in tears. I was bills and stuff was bothering me. Your drums, you're playing, your music, your band, y'all just made me forget about all that. I'm like, wow, I didn't realize that's what we were really doing. And I was like, okay, well then let me not adjust it, not alter it, just continue doing it. I didn't turn it up for any monetary gain. The only thing I turned up for monetary gain, I said, if I'm going to do that, you're going to have to pay extra for that. Because some people want me to play, but make sure you take the ponytail down and do that. That's going to cost extra.
What about with the water and stuff like this?
Oh, I did. When I did that on my photo shoot for my album, I poured water on my congas and played it, and the water splashed all in my face and up, and it made a beautiful. I was like, whoa, that was amazing. So I'm still learning stuff about who I am, what I do, and where it's going still.
And in fact, we're going to talk about that because you recently have been a busy person. I mean, there's no stopping you while we're all on lockdown or any of that kind of stuff. I love it. I love what we're about to watch because I'm a big time travel geek. Huge. And you decided to have some fun, didn't you? Let's talk about that.
Yeah. Well, everybody is shut down and was shut down, and they were all just tensed up. And I'm like, something came to me, and I'm like, okay, even if you just did this inside of your living room, it would break that feeling and thought of being locked up, closed up, can't go nowhere, can't do nothing. Let's party. Let's just turn this into a party. And it's over with. Don't even think about the COVID after it's over. Let's party in your house. Let's just have a fun, good time. Turn it, blast it up to a 10 in your room and just party and dance. And then it scared me because I started thinking, oh snap, people gonna say Victor Orlando said COVID is over. and I'm gonna get a knock on the door. Hi, my name is Fauci. COVID is not over. I'm like, okay.
You did that well.
I'm not getting no knocks on the door from Fauci. Victor Orlando and Funjala did not say COVID was over and go back out there and dance and party at the clubs. We just said, well, as the dream sequence, we went into the future where it is going to be over, and we started partying.
Okay, you set that up well. So what we're going to do right now, we have a video clip, guys, that is, you are, okay, so you are what? The producer, the director,
I'm everything but the cameraman.
You wrote it and you came up with the concept, and then now we're having fun with it. So there you go. And okay, so let's do this, guys. Let's watch this. We're going to bring this up to the screen and then and have some fun. I'm going to take us down.
time to party. Gonna get over the sea. One child be putting it down. Gonna get over. Time to party. Gonna get over. We've been right on time. One child be putting it down. Gonna get over. Time to party. Gonna get over. We'll be right on time. Gonna get over. Time to party. Gonna get over. One child be putting it down. Gonna get over. Time to party. Gonna get over.
Wow. Now, did you write that song?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. So you wrote it, and then where did you guys film all of this?
Third Encore Video House. Third Encore Video Production House in North Hollywood.
And when did you do it?
Sometime in October. Yeah, sometime in October.
Looks like so much fun. And what a great video. Okay, so guys, let's see. We have people that are showing up, and let's see. This is the kind of music that can touch me when I write. Absolutely, I so agree with you. Now, guys, get out your phones right now, please, because we're going to show the love right now. We are going to get Victor to 1,000 subscribers. You just started this YouTube channel, right? This is a new one?
Yes, Victor Orlando 1.
Okay, Victor Orlando 1 on YouTube. We want to get Victor. Victor was gracious and wonderful to come and help our organization. Let's get him to the 1,000 mark, because that's his goal. And I'm going to cue up the next video, because you like this video production, don't you?
Yeah, it's well, I also have somewhat background in theater. In school, along with playing drums in school or playing desk in school.
Let's get real
right.
with it, right?
When I moved up to high school, I got in the drama club, and I was a drama geek. So I did plays like I was Silver Vaccaro in Tennessee Williams' 500 Bales of Cotton. I was in Five on the Black Hand Side. I was in Pearly Victorious. All of these were high school plays. But my biggest play came when the lead guy in this play acted up and he got put out of the play. And the drama teacher asked me to take the script and learn it. It was Ebenezer Scrooge in the Christmas Carol.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
So
wow.
picture not the 1957 version that we see of Ebenezer Scrooge, but the 72 version of a guy with an afro this big being Ebenezer Scrooge.
I love it. In fact, okay, guys. Oh, wait. Okay, let's see here. I was trying to get a picture. Okay, yes, I think I got it queued up. So let me just bring this up and see if this guy reminds you of anyone.
There's the afro.
With Scrooge. I
Yes.
love it. I see
Yeah.
it. I see
Yeah.
it. It's all in the attitude.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And see, I had never seen any of the Scrooge pictures. So you see, I couldn't have had the accent that Scrooge had back in the day. I say there, Tiny Tim, bring me the turkey in the front yard, and I'll give you 10 pence. I didn't have the accent. Say, yo, homeboy, bring me that turkey down there at the store, and everything's gonna be all right. I didn't have that.
I love and it's up to interpretation. And
Yeah.
it's like the COVID song. I mean, that's one you can really groove to. COVID is over. Well, that should be our anthem out there right now.
Yeah.
And we need it. People need that, don't they?
Need something, yeah.
Oh, and also I had grabbed this. So guys, this is what we were talking about.
That's the water scene. Yeah.
Yeah, right there. Yeah. I mean, what fun is that?
Crazy, because I'd never put water on my drums before.
What gave you the idea?
Between me and the photographer for the set, like, what if I put water on here? Can you catch it that way? I said, I don't know, let's try it. I poured water on there and started playing. It started cascading, and it came out of an amazing shot, something different.
Amazing. So, all right. So you right now, we have another video that I have queued up, and I want you to tell us about the passage. What is it that this video we're going to be showing right now is all about? Because this is the promo, right? The precursor to it. Okay.
The passage is my very first African tribal spiritual song. So I didn't know I was going to do all of that. And I got into a depressed mode for a couple of weeks, and just nothing was going right. And I wasn't thinking. I was just bombarded, depressed. And as I get ready to go to bed, as I leave out the living room, go into the bedroom, I pass my keyboard every night in the hallway. So this one night, I just looked over at it, turned it on, and started messing around. And, I like that. Messed around a little more. Next thing I know, 2 or 3 hours later, I'm coming up with something. And I'm like, okay, I like that. Think about it, and come back to it. So that's how it evolved. And I went in the studio and started recording what I'd come up with, not thinking that it was going to be an African tribal spiritual song. And as I'm sitting in the studio grooving, God put the lyrics on my mind. And I'm so in tune with God. And whenever people say, well, God told me to do this and God said this and blah, 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 I can understand that statement. Because if zero is in your mind and then you think of something, God put it there for you to think of. And especially if it's positive and good. And I started thinking the lyrics to the song. And I said to my engineer, I said, give me a pencil. I'm going to forget this in like 30 seconds. And I started and I started writing down what I was thinking in pocket. I said, yeah, I like that. And then I went home and evolved it into two choruses of that song. And it was something God said, I need you to let everybody know, no matter what's going on, stay on the pathway. Stay in the passage going to where you're going. It's like and I thought of the slave underground passage going from slavery to freedom. They had to go underground in a passage, and don't worry about the gunshots over the head and people looking for you and the dogs. Stay in the passage to get to freedom. And I just thought of all of that stuff, and God is going to show you the way, but you just gotta stay there. And lyrics just kept coming to me, and when lyrics stopped coming, I stopped writing, and we started recording.
Wow. When did you start recording?
This one was done right after COVID. So COVID was sitting in the can in the queue, and then Passage came up, and then went in and did Passage. Same around October, because I wanted to showcase both of these for my birthday video. So we did them like basically September, October, basically September-ish is when it all started formulating. October is when it started getting foundation to it. And by the end of October, it was ready to go.
For your birthday on November the 9th, right?
And for the 9th, yeah. And I tried not to, and I did, because I tried not to rush the process because I wanted it to be perfect, but I rushed the process, but it was still perfect. In my mind, it wasn't, but to people, they didn't see those one or two things that I'm like, dang it, I wish I had more time and I could have done this, I could have done that, and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, it's easy to do that, yeah.
Yeah, but now we're going back into the studio next week. And these long 6-minute songs, I'm going to bring them down to 3 minutes for radio. Radio,
oh, yes.
Radio needs short versions of those songs.
Oh, they do.
Because I keep hearing, and which is, I guess, true, people attention span is like, okay, I'm gonna listen for a couple of minutes, but I'm not listening for 6 minutes. I got something on the stove in the kitchen I got to tend to. So I'm not gonna listen for 6 whole minutes. So the ones that you're playing are gonna be like the 12-inch versions. Okay. And then the ones that we're gonna go in and edit are gonna be the radio versions, the shorter versions to get it, enjoy it.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. Guys, that's why right now, Victor Orlando 1 YouTube channel, go subscribe. Get your friends to subscribe, because you guys are going to want to be in on, like, okay, I know Victor, and I love Victor, and I want to support Victor, and oh my goodness, watch those songs, because when those songs are released, I have a feeling we're going to see some major movement, because it's time. We need them. You're coming up with relevant, fun, and you know, there's the layers of the onion, if you will, are there, right?
Yeah, exactly. And this video is not, this video to the passage is not the official video. It's what people call the making of, the back scene, the backstage, the backstory of the making of that. But when I put it out, everybody like, oh, that's bad. I'm like, okay, well, we'll use that as the video for now. But you know, but it's called the making of.
The making of the passage. Okay, so we're going to get that going. I'm going to bring down, and there's a little process here. So I want to take that down so that you guys can see. Let's see, where's my cursor? There we go. So we can see it, because I don't want anything in the way, because I love this. Look for the graphics, guys. Cue the graphics, cue the everything. We're going to.
like to sing, we like to pray, we like to worship. This is our classic. Oh, we like to sing, we like to sing, we like to pray, we like to pray. Oh, we like to worship. This is our classic. Oh, as we're on our journey, we will pray. Let the Lord show us His righteous way as we do our best to His day. On our pathway we must stay. As we're on our journey, we will pray. Let the Lord show us His righteous way as we do our best to His day. On our pathway we must stay.
I absolutely love that. This is our passage, and I saw you just rocking out to it too. And there's no way you cannot just want to move it. It grabs you. It grabs you. Is that how you felt in writing it? That
as I'm putting the pieces together, rhythm. Everybody has rhythm, and rhythm is going to attract rhythm. So long as you have a heartbeat, you have rhythm. And if something else with rhythm connects with that, you're going to move in some form or another. But the intensity of all of that it does make you charge up.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now you called upon some friends. Let's give shout outs to who it is that's in this particular one. And if you also want to in the one COVID the COVID song too. So let's share the love with your friends.
Yeah. Well, for the passage, originally in my mind, I wrote it with an African choir singing it.
Oh, I love that idea.
In their dialect of voicing. Well, in North Hollywood in the Valley, I couldn't find a bunch of Africans walking around unemployed. So so I said, well, let me get the guys in the choir in my church. And so Tony, Trish, and Vincent, we all go to church together. And Ronnie Martin, the girl, Ronnie Martin with the big afro, she was a finalist on the America's Got Talent. And then the other three, Trisha Mann Grant is an actress, and Vincent is a singer. And Tony Grant is from Tyler Perry's plays, the Mud Deer plays. Tony Grant is from those plays and the television show. So I said, come on in. Here's the lyrics. I'll sing you what I want you to know, and y'all sing it the way you sing it, you know. So it touched me that they got it perfectly because they knew what to do. So after that, that song just took another level because of the vocals. And then I brought in my friend from Trinidad to play the steel drums.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah, Shoy is amazing. He's a 22-year-old young kid that he's out on Venice Beach on the boardwalk playing for nickels and dimes and quarters and dollars every day. Paying his dues, playing. But when I heard him, I was like, dude, I mean, I played Caribbean, Trinidad, Jamaican music for 7 years. So I know that culture and that music. And I said, I'm going to get you on something. Just hold on, hang in there. I'm going to call you up one day. And I said, this is a song that's universal, and I want to include everybody type thing. Well, let me bring in some Jamaican and Trinidad and that flavor. Sure, bring your steel drums. I want you to play in this song. So he came in and played steel drums on it. And then my horn guys are just phenomenal. Jay Flatt on saxophone. Jay was in the COVID video also playing the sax. And Chris Johnson also on COVID and in this one playing trombone. On COVID, I had Adelaide playing trumpet. But on Passage, I had Brandon Phillips playing trumpet. Brandon's path is a little like mine. Brandon used to play with a lot of different groups and stuff, and he ended up with Charlie Wilson and the Gap Band.
Oh.
So I played with a lot of groups, and then I ended up with Charlie Wilson and the Gap Band. So I said, I got to use you. So he came on board. And Chad Wright is the drummer on COVID, but there is no drums on the Passage. I played 15 drum instruments by myself.
Yeah, well, you know, I love the outtake in the video.
Yeah,
I love where you're sharing that, you know,
exactly.
And because it really does show the multi layers of what creating the music that we love and that we didn't get to see way back in the day. It just came magically out of our radio or on the LP or on the tape or track or whatever it is over the period of time. But now that we can watch, you know, ever since MTV and then now YouTube video and everything, I love being able to see, if you will, the backstory. So I'm really grateful we were able to share the backstory of the Passage and COVID. You know, let's party, it's over. COVID, it's over, you know, because here soon, I know that we're going to be hearing those 3-minute versions on the radio. We'll be able to say, yeah, okay, I know that story. I know the 6-minute versions, and I got to hear the story behind the story.
Exactly.
Because as we start to wrap this up, Victor, you're a man that has been, and I want to give you honor for the fact that you've been in the music industry through decades of time when didn't always have everybody showing up, if you will, with the best of being the best of role models. And you have always been someone that you've stayed to your moral code and your integrity, and then really embraced your belief system, and now taking it even out there now, today, in a day that we absolutely need it. We need you more than ever, Victor. We need you more than ever. And thank you for being the example that you are. I don't know if I'll have time to bring it up, but we can talk about it. So you, in your video clip, it says that your college was going out there on the road and with music and everything. However, you recently were standing next to a young lady that was in a cap and gown, right?
Yeah. I went back to school and finished school. So to make sure I got that out the way, because the parents, grandparents, aunt and uncles was like, you did what? You're not going to do what? Okay, I'm going back. So I finished that, but I made that statement. I made that statement that the stage was going to be my college for the rest of my life. Because you go to college to learn to do something and make money and go on with life. Well, I'm not going to try to learn anything else. I didn't want to learn anything else at the time. I said, I just want to do music. Well, what's the school for music? There wasn't any schools for music per se back then, but just jump in the water and be on the stage and learn the good, the bad, and the ugly from the stage. And here's one fact that some people know, some don't. In my 50 years of playing, I've never smoked, never drank, never did drugs. I stopped cursing, using profanity around 80-ish, 85-ish. I don't say crazy words anymore. I make up my own words. That gum son of a biscuit eating piece of knucklehead swamp crap. I'll say silly, stupid stuff, but the meaning is I'm pissed off.
There you go. Yeah, we got the idea.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm having a hard time bringing up this one image, but did you just have someone special, a young lady, graduate from college?
Ooh. Oh yeah. Had a bunch of, my daughter went to a university in Dallas and she went to school and got her degree. I didn't know that. And then she sends me this invitation. I'm like, I didn't know you went to school. So I snuck into Texas and surprised her. Then my granddaughter graduated from Abilene Christian College and I snuck into Texas and surprised her. Well, she said, Papa, I knew you were going to come.
And that's what I wanted to full circle it, because your love and your integrity and your devotion to your ethics and where you are as a person and your family, you now have your daughter and now your granddaughter that they actually did go to university and graduate, and you just recently celebrated with them. I think that's beautiful. That's a beautiful full circle.
Yeah, it came all around. And my last set of kids, I have 2 sets. The first daughter from back in Dallas, and then my 4 kids out here. My daughter graduated Pierce College, and then my son graduated with a BA at CSUN. And my other son is a film writer, and he wants to do film writing and producing. So, and my daughter studied 8 years of flute and saxophone in high school and graduated for 8 years playing in the high school band. So,
wow. Well, you know what?
It's in them.
You did it. You did it, and you are doing it now. And as we close, because we got to go, I want to say to everyone, let's be watching for the videos and go to Victor Orlando 1 on YouTube right now. Subscribe, because you'll be able to find out when he's going to be releasing these 3-minute videos. You are the best, and thank you for being the service hero that you are.
Well, thank you for having me, and I'm going to keep on trying to touch different people and different things, and just be there when if somebody calls and need it, I'll be there.
You were for us, and thank you so very much. I appreciate you so much.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye, and everybody make it a great day.
You too. Thank you, Tamara. Thank you, everybody, for watching.
Bye-bye.